darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. Welcome, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I want to say thank you for coming and checking me out. And if you're returning, I want to say thank you to you too. So today, we're just going to jump right in because I have lots to do in a little bit of time. So I am working on a large folio with a junk journal insert with my kit. Come away with me. So let me show you what I've got going so far. And first of all, if you want to know how to put this folio together and what you need, I'm going to put it up in the next video to watch, and also I'll put the link down in the description. But just so you know, I am not monetized yet, so YouTube doesn't let me have links to my URLs when I put them down in my description. So you can still copy them and then paste them into the Google search and it will pop up. So if if I mention someone or, another crafter that I got an idea from, until, that changes, then that'll just be what it is. So anyway, I had some people asking me, so that's how you do it. Okay, so this is the folio, and it goes like this, and then it opens like this, and then it opens like this, and then this is a flip down, this is a flip up, so I got my little door up there, and this is a side cascade, so it goes right, left, right, and then I have a pocket in the back with a large tag, which I still need to put a grommet or something in there. So we've done that, and then this side is just a flip that goes like this. So you have this whole spread, and we are going to put a few things on here, but I also make these so that you can put pictures. So for whatever event, and maybe it's a wedding shower or a baby shower, or maybe you're just getting together with your girlfriends and you're having a fun time and you just take some pictures and you want to put them on or whatever. But anyway, that is, and so this flips open like this, and so you have a whole large spread of the four. So today and this opens like that, so you can open it like that. So today we're going to work on a journal insert. So we're going to pick some paper. So let me put this aside and let me get out my paper, and it's going to be a little shadowy, so I apologize for that. But this is my coffee avocado dyed paper and all of those good things. And so I already have some coffee dyed paper that's folded, so I just want to look and see. I think I'm going to do, here is one that I've worked on for the other folio, that it's kind of like a wedding folio, but it's exactly the same as the other. It's just a prototype that I was working on. And anyway, so I was working on the insert for that. So let me show you what I did. But what I think I'm going to do is, I'm just going to count the pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's like 9 or 10. I don't want to go bigger than that because it'll be too bulky inside of that folio. So I'm going to do, this one's pretty. Love it. I had lunch with my sister today, and she said, I watched your video. I have a market coming up in May, and so I put a video out on my personal Facebook page just for the people that live in my area, to tell them to come out to the market. She goes, you kept going, love it, love it, love it. She goes, that's your new thing. And it is true. I do say that a lot because I do. I love stuff. Okay, that one's pretty. Love it. So that'll be my new thing. I think I'm going to do like maybe 3. Let's count. Let's just see what that does. Okay, so there's 3 of that. And then I want to do, let's do some avocado. If you've never seen avocado dyed paper, it turns out pink. Lovely, huh? That's actually the grid line from my for my chair, which I thought turned out pretty cool. Okay, so let's use one of these. So we'll put that in half. I'll put that back. And then I would just want maybe a couple of plain pieces of paper. I want paper that's sturdy. Yeah, that's good. That I can put pockets and different things to. So, okay, so we'll do that. So that is 3, 4, 5. And then this makes 6. I'm going to take this one on the inside. But I'm not going to do dictionary page or anything else on this. Okay, so that's enough of that. And then what I did is I pulled out some cool stuff. Like I have this beautiful, this is from my grandmother. I just love this. So and I don't have a lot left, so I'm hoarding it. But I want to put it in this one. And I like this. But of course, I want it to be where it has the lines. Because I like variation. I like it to go wide and then skinny and then wide again. So that'll be perfect. All I'm going to do is just cut that down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this tracing paper that I have. And I've told you before, I got this from my grandmother. She was an artist. It's a huge, I keep saying I'm never going to use it all, but I seem to be getting kind of low. And these really are more just like filler, so there's no bulk to it. But I like to put them in, and I like to put a little stamp, some kind of word stamp or whatever. So that's 2, and then I'll put this in. So that'll be about 10 pages. And I'm going to put these together. Get my chomper out. Actually, it's my Mr. Tim. My Mr. Tim. And I'm just going to cut this edge off right here. And I'm going to make it about on that line. Just so I know that they're going to fit. I apologize if I have the sniffles today. It just seems like we keep having issues with this crazy weather. Crazy weather. It rains and then it's just that time of year. I'm sure everybody has it. Okay, I've just put my finger there to kind of give me a guide. Well, there you go. And there we go. Okay, so let me put that over here. Okay, so I'm going to sit now because I was standing. My knee kind of hurts, and I don't know what's wrong with it. But it seems to make it worse when I sit down, even though I have it straightened out. Okay, so I think what I want to do, let's put these like this. And then I have this one. And then I have these, and where's that small? There it is. Okay. So, of course, I want one of these to be first. So, I like this one the best. So, I'm going to do this one first. And then I'm going to put one of these in. And if it hangs over a little bit, I'm okay with that. I love that look. So, it's, you know, it's not going to be perfect. But that's the way I like it. Okay, so there's that. And then I'll put this in. And then I'll put one of these in. And we'll go this way. And then we'll put another one of these in. Because these are just like really pretty little fillers. And then we'll put this in. And then we'll put this in. You know, I don't want that one on the same. Let's do this again. And then we'll put one of these in. And then I'll put this one. And then I'll put this. And that will open up like that. Isn't that cool, the marbly look? See, I was going to say love it. Okay, so here we've got it. This is our journal. So what I want to do before I actually sew it in, I'm going to start putting ephemera in it. We're going to just do it. We're going to go for it. Because the thing that is different about when you sew your, let's just put it in here just so we can see if it's too big or not. I think it's going to be perfect. Yes, see? And once we start filling it a little bit, it's going to be perfect. And I don't know if I've shown you some. Let me do that real quick. If I've shown you some that I've already made that have the journal insert in it. So I love this paper. I just think it is so cool. Black on this craft color is just fabulous. It really is. But look how big this is. I think I did a lot of pages. And it just kind of got a little bulky. So I didn't want that in the new one, in this next one. So anyway, isn't that pretty? So anyway, so that's one that I've done. And then I did this one. I think it goes this way, yeah. I did this one. I love the pretty flowers. So it opens like that. And this one was chunky too, see? And then once you start putting, like if you put anything in there that has grommets or you know, some twine or anything, it just bulks it up. So so anyway, and then, you know, these colors are pretty, and then this one opens like this. So there's that one, and then I made this pretty one, and they're all magnetized. And then this is one of my paper digital kits called Peeled Paint. So, but see how big? I mean, it's big. So what I wanted to do is, there's this one, and it flips like that. It flips open. Anyway, just so you can kind of get an idea of what what they are. But I mean, they're not bad. You know, it's not like it's pushing this open. I think I only had one that was really doing that. But once it sits, and they sit on the shelf so well, but once they sit like this, they're fine. So, but anyway, I wanted to put a little bit more stuff on the inside of the actual journal. Those did not have this lovely flip up with this. So I've already put bulk here. So I'm not able to put any more than 10 pages in here and then fill them. So I think that's going to be perfect. Okay, so let's look at ephemera real quick and see what we have. This is my ephemera box. I've already cut everything out. I've already inked it. So I have some flip ups. Perfect. I have some a pocket. I'm just going to lay some things out so I can kind of see. And then these are all the ephemera pieces that I fussy cut. And these make wonderful pockets. So this can be like a side tuck. So I'll put that with the pockets. Tags. 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 These are booklets. And these probably go in this. And I need to put the little pocket things in there. So that's a little flip out. And then I have like a policy closure. Goes like this, yeah, like this. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. And another tag. Where's my tags? Over here. And then this is for the waterfall. And not that I'm going to put all of this in there, but I did print it all and create it all just in case I wanted to. And then these are pockets. So, you know, we can put little notches and things in them. I love that eagle. It's so pretty. Okay, so these are pockets, so we'll put those there. And then we have the tall pockets. You know what? Let's start with these, because this is a good place to start. We'll start with those. Here's a little booklet. Here's another little booklet. Actually, it's not. I think I closed it. Yeah, trying to kind of make a little pocket thing. But we'll see about that. Then I have more ephemera. Little bitty pockets. Oh, these are the ones that go in that booklet. And I did them on the side, so that's going to be good. Okay, and then tags over here. Ephemera. Ephemera. Small, and I love these because you can crisscross them. Let's do that too. I love it. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me see. I like these two, so let me put them over there, and then we'll decide. And look, I cut that out so it looks like a fence. I like it. Okay, come away with me. And I really, these are going to be great pockets. So let me put this here. This here. I'm going to use that as a little side tuck. There's another one that's big. A stack of books. Nope, they go this way. And then my teacup. So we're going to put that as a little side tucker pocket. That's perfect. Because these are smaller. So we'll put that there. I got a belly band in another little booklet. And then I have these. I made 2 of these. So I need to put some pockets in them. Get those ready. Okay, these look like the little ones that go in there. Okay, this goes with, oh, that goes there. You gotta have a waterfall. And then these go in here. So we can put this together. Okay, and then that's it. That's what I have. So, let's see. I'm gonna put that corner kind of poking because I kind of bent it a little bit. Okay, so I like the flip ups. And then you put something behind it. So we'll do that today. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so I'm going to need some pockets and tags. So let me go like this. I put this here. I'm going to put this right here. This here. And then these I'm going to put aside because I actually need to do. Okay, so there we are. I'm going to put that aside. And then we're going to pull these in, and then this is what we're going to put in our little journal. Okay, so first page, what do? I want to mirror whatever I do to one, I'm going to do something to the other because that just is easier that way. So that way you can put the other part aside. So we can do, right off the bat, we can put these in. And you know what's nice about this paper is that you don't have to decorate. I mean, look at the design. It's already so pretty. So we can go ahead and do that. We can glue these down. They're already inked, but I will say that sometimes the ink tends to fade a little bit. So I don't know. I kind of want to just put some more on there because I can. Because I can. I'm already thinking about the next thing that I'm doing. I made a really cute little freebie for Monday. So y'all come back on Monday. See what I'm doing and get your freebie on the Ko-Fi shop. Okay, I need glue. That's what I needed. Glue. Okay. I may have to make some big tags because I was looking like, I don't even see any big tags. Okay, so let's just go ahead. I hope that the shadow is not bothering you guys. And that my dog is not bothering you. Bubba, what are you doing over there? Making all that chompy noise. It's kind of gross. Okay, I kind of, because this one's ripped a little bit, but I put glue on it, but it's okay. It's just going to glue on my desk. Bubba, are you waiting for Daddy to come home? Huh? You waiting for Daddy? Where's Daddy? Huh? Where's Daddy? Okay, so there's that. I'm getting it all over the desk. Where's Daddy? Okay, there's that side. And then we will glue this one. See, I got him up and got his mind thinking about something else instead of whatever he was doing over there. I don't know, but it sounded gross. He loves his daddy. I opened the front door every day at around 3 o'clock because he works at the high school, so he gets out and goes to the gym, and then comes home every day at about 3:30ish. I mean, not that I want everybody to know that, but anyway, so Bubba just sits by the door and waits for him. He's adorable. He's like, he loves his daddy, and he can't wait to see him. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I think I saw it on a YouTube short or something. These two Great Danes or something were at the door, and their owner had bought them like a little skirt that has jingles on them, and she had put it around them, and then when her husband came home, they started wiggling their rears, and those little jingles started going. Oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing. Okay, so there is that, and I'm looking, and I don't think I have any big tags, but what I do have is these. So we could put these in here. Oh, look, they fit perfect. Okay, which means, okay, so that's done. That looks good. And then, but we need to put some stuff on this. And I still need to decorate those just a little bit. So let's see what I have as far as pockets. Let's do one at a time. This is the purple one. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have to put in here. And the other thing that I want to do is kind of, and you know I love my splatters. I don't know why, I just love it. I can't help it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do little splatters on the back of this. Where's my ink? Just to give it something, you know, just something to look at. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It just, you know, you're just giving it a little excitement on the back. See, just a little excitement. And I'm using vintage photo, so just so you know. I've tried some of the other ones. I do like walnut stain. I like that one, but I just always come back to the vintage photo. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I do. But anyway, so that's the one I use. Perfect. It just gives it a little bit of interest. And I say perfect not because it is perfect, but because it suits my heart's desire. Okay. Nope, too big. That might be good. Not too big. Oh, I like that one too. I feel like I need something tall here. I feel like it needs something tall like this. How does it go? I think it goes like this. Yeah. Yes, I think I will. I like the book with that. Or that. I like that. I like that. Let's do that. Let's do it. So I am very excited about, I'm not real worried about it being perfect. You know what I mean? I mean, as long as it's centered and, you know, it looks centered, then I'm good. I don't measure a whole lot of stuff like that. I used to when I first started, but I don't do that anymore. I just don't do that anymore. Okay, so I don't want here. So I want here. Am I in frames? Probably not. Sorry about that. I'm going to take that off. we're just making a little side pocket so we can stick some goodies in there. Yeah, that'll be just enough because I want it to be able to kind of come out easily. So let's see what we have here. He's so cute. Look at that little peeking over, and then I'll put something tall behind him. Something tall. Too tall. That is too tall. Come here, Mr. Squirrel. Get back in there. Okay, I do have these. I'm a big fan of that bird, too. I think this one is the one I really like. Okay. Let's see. Now for this, what I could do... Is that perfect or what? That size is perfect. So I will just stick one of these in there. And fold it up so that it fits. I might just do it just like that. I know it fits. I know it's going to fit. If not, I'm going to make it. And I want it tight enough because I don't want it to come in. I don't want it to fall out, so. Oh, it is. It's just a little too big. It's just a little. So let's see. If I fold it, if I fold it this way, it's going to be thick. Okay. That's why we have Mr. Tim. He fixes everything. And then let's just take a little bit off this. Take those little edges off. Mr. Tim fixes... Oh, y'all, guess what? I found my Timmy stapler. Guess where it was? Hidden away in a drawer where it's supposed to be. Yes, I thought it had fallen down. Okay, so now I need to put a grommet in this. So let me get my grommets out. These are Craft Me More grommets, and they are very sturdy. They're not cheap at all, and I really do like them. I just ordered some more, and I think I ordered the gold ones. Yeah, I did. Look at that big old thing. Isn't that crazy? I don't even use gold that often, but I bought it because, you know, I had to buy me a new bag of those. So, and I buy the ones that have the backings on them. Because, I don't know, I guess I'm bougie or something. I don't know, because I just like the backs. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I'm bougie or something. I don't know. I'm a bougie crafter, I guess. It's probably just because they came with it and I just use them. That's probably what it is. Okay, so let me get my crocodile out. And then you, my sir, are going to get a hole in you. I have to use this one because this is the only one that's big enough for those grommets. I'm not measuring. I'm just punching, sticking it in, and then... And you know the drill, when I have to bring it to my chest because I need to make sure I punch it good. There we go. That looks really good. And we're going to put Mr. Squirrel there looking out. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Okay. All right, there. I need you out just a little bit. Okay, and then I need something for this. And I tell you what I have. I'm going to tell you what I have, and I have a small piece of it. I have this really pretty tableclothy thing, but look at this, how it has the lines. So what I do is I cut them out right on the line to give me, I mean, It couldn't be any better than that. Let me cut me a new piece because that one was obviously not long enough. So let me get my scissors out. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and you're just able to do something that makes you smile. I want to know, this is what I want to know. Do you drink coffee or tea? I need to know that. It's very important to me because I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee. I love to try new coffees. I love to go to different coffee shops and sit and gab and do those kinds of things. But I love tea too. I love tea. Tell me what your favorite tea is. I like fruit teas. I also think Earl Grey is probably my favorite black tea. Let me see. Loose leaf teas. I've bought a few of them, but I don't know why. Sometimes they just have to have a really good fruity taste for me in order to use them. But I do love tea, especially in the winter. I think I drink more tea in the winter than I do any other time. So look at that. Look at that. And I want them to kind of stand up a little bit, but I'm gonna cut these edges. Not my finger. Not my finger. And get those to where they're... And I save these little pieces so that I can use them for clusters and stuff. Okay, so look, see there, we've made one already. So look, we have a little booklet just like that. And we do probably need to put a closure on here. However, because it's going to be in this pocket, we can forgo it right now. Okay, so now we need one on. See, look at that already. When you put grommets and stuff in there, it's already bulky. It's already bulky. Okay, so now let's do this one, and we need to do something different. So, what do I want to do different than what I did? Well, there are belly bands, and there are too big. Too big. I want those on a big page. That's cute, isn't it? It could be like a pocket with a little skinny tag. I gotta play. I gotta play and see because, you know, I didn't sit down and get everything picked out ahead of time. I don't want to do that. I want to sit and do that with you guys. So see, these pockets are too big. They're for like a page. Okay, let me see what else I got over here. Tags and then little booklets. Okay, well, it's not like I don't have paper. Hello, I have tons of paper. So I can make something. I don't have to have... That actually went like this. I kind of like that. Isn't that pretty? Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's do it at about there. Now I got to put everything back where it goes because if I don't, my desk's going to be so messy I'm not going to be able to do anything. Okay, so let's do this. That is about 3 3/4. Mr. Tim is starting to kind of, I'm going to have to tighten that up a little bit. Tighten that up. Okay, let's get rid of that little mark there. And then I have my punch. I'm just eyeballing it. And then I do want to round these top corners because I just like it. I just like them kind of rounded. And then I have to ink because I just have to. It wasn't inked. Yeah, I was going to say, is that vintage photo? It's pretty juicy. I think that's why it's coming out so dark. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll put a pocket in there, and then I need something fun over here. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a belly band, but I'm going to do it horizontal. Let me see what I have. You know, I think I can just use this. It's okay if the text is, because I'm going to do it like this. I don't want it too matchy-matchy because, you know, matchy-matchy is okay, but not all the time. We need a little bit of contrast. So let me see what I have. Why not? Why not? I'm not going to use, I mean, I was going to use this as like a little fold out, and then it just didn't work out, and I decided I didn't want to. And you know what? It's okay to change your mind. Do I like the gate, or do I like this? I kind of like that, so I think I'm going to cut it. You're just going to have to come along on the ride with me as I think and work through this. I want that there, and then I want that there. And then I'll cut it down if I want to. Although that's cute. See, that's pretty. That would make a pretty belly band. Okay, so now we're going to go on this side and cut that little bit off. So I'm right at about 1.5. So I'm going to do a 1.5 belly band. And this is, do it this way. It's about 7.25 inches. So let's make, oh, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing a vertical. I'm sure y'all are all yelling, screaming at me. No, don't do that. Okay. Okay, let's get back to thinking again. Okay. This is 3 3/4. So I need something that's about 3 1/4. And let's just go with this. We're going to go with this right here. It's going to be a little matchy match. That's okay. And then I'm going to make it about maybe 1.5. Okay, that's better. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I don't know. Okay, let me do that. And then I want these little corners to be rounded with the small one. And inked, because it needs to be inked, and we need to make sure that we have the text go in the right direction. Okay, so that's going to be good. And then I need to do something on the back. And I just seem to always do the same thing. And maybe I should do something different. But I don't know. I just kind of like it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it a light instead of as hard as I did before. I'm going to do just a little bit. I'm not even going to ink it. I'm just going to use what's on here. And I don't want to get that crisp white line right there. So I'm not going to go up too far. I just want to give it a little bit of interest. Let me see what, yeah, there you go. Okay, let's do that. I don't know why I'm missing these little spots right here. That's funny. Okay, so that's about right there. So then let's just go across the top. I said I was going to go light, and then it kind of turned out a little dark, didn't it? a little hole right there. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, we have a pocket, and we have this. So let's glue these down, and then we got to figure out. I just printed on the back of that little thing. You don't want to waste stuff. You just want to print on the backs of stuff. Am I in frame? I gotta check. Yes, I am. Okay. You gotta yell at me. Not that I can hear you, but. Okay. Then we'll put some pretty tag in there. And we'll decorate that up with something. And then I already know what I want to put here. I'm going to put a, like a little booklet, hanging booklet with some of that tracing paper, because that's my favorite stuff. Or we could use just a bunch of different papers. I'm going to make it long. Looks even. Yes, I believe so. Looks good to me. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get some scrappy pieces. And I'm going to get something that is not, maybe something like this, because you're not going to see the back, because I'm going to make it like this, and then we're going to have a little flip over, and then we'll put it and slide it down in there. That looks good. Okay, so this is, like I said, let me get my ruler. If this is 3 1/4, and if we, this, you lose some space. So I'm going to say 2. I mean, it's going to be skinny, but that's okay. And I'll do this side. So let's do 2 1/2. That's not too bad. That's not too skinny, is it? That's a good writing space. That's some good writing space. Okay, so I kind of want this side to be folded down. Yes, let's fold this down and give it a lip. So we're going to do it like this. And this is just simple stuff, I mean, you just have to go, what do I want to do, and what do I want it to look like? And then you just make it. You just get you some papers and just start going. Okay, so there's that. So if this is going to go in here like this, yeah, that was just almost perfect. And it's going to go down about right there. I don't know, is that too long? I'm going to cut that a little shorter. And then I think I want it to go down pretty much all the way down here. So let me pull that out, put that aside. Isn't crafting fun? I mean, you just get to make stuff up as you go. I think it's fun. Like, hey, let's just make something up and just go with it. Okay, so that was 1 1/2. So let's just cut it at 1. And then that way you can see a little bit more of the belly band. Okay, now let's do all the edges. And we're going to do the small one again. I always bang it so that those little things get out, so I hope that doesn't bother you. Bang, bang. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. You're going to be fine. Okay. So you're going to have it like this, and then let's get some fun stuff out here. Isn't this fun? Don't say anything, y'all, because look, I need to do something with my scraps. This is, look, this is just my scrap bin that has like, it's all my coffee dyed paper, my my trims for, oh my, don't, it's just, it's bad. I know. I'm working on it. Okay, so we can use that. We can use those. We want little skinny pieces, and we want some other pieces with some flowers. We'll even take that. We got that. Maybe that. Maybe some of that. We got all kinds of stuff. That looks good. See, we're just going to make a little, you know, strippy thing. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. See, you just got to go in your bin and just start looking for stuff. And just, you know. I like the ones that have the holes in them. I just think they look good. And then there's just some. Okay, I think that's too much, but let's just, I just wanted to get something for me to work with. Tell me if you have, in the comments, tell me, do you have a bin like this, and is it bigger or smaller than mine? Come on, you can tell me the truth. It'll be okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just, and I'm going to staple it. And guess what? I know where my Tim Holtz stapler is, so there. I looked down here and I was like, there you are, you little booger. Okay, so let's just start putting some stuff together, you know. And I also have my Dackle, my Tim Holtz Dackle cutter. Do y'all have one of these? Is that what it's called? The Dackle? Deckle, hello. Okay, so I'm thinking this, I did this at what? 2.5, so 2 1/4 is going to be about what we need. Yes. And then these are okay. I think this one might be okay. Yeah. And we'll fold this one up. Okay. Put that aside. We're just going to give it some Dackle edges. So 2.5. So we said 2 1/4. Let's do that. But I'll do it a little bit bigger so I can get some Dackle on the other side. And now I'm just making me some more extra little pieces for my box. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll do this. So 2 1/4. We'll just do one side. They don't all have to look the same. I don't want them to look the same. I want them to be different. There's one. Let's throw one of these in there so we can be different. Let's do it at 2. Maybe a little. And I will Dackle. Sorry for the noise. This machine, I have to give it a little extra stuff. Like that. Okay. This is nice. But see, once you start adding all this stuff, you know, this is perfect. I'm not even gonna. Okay. And then what else did I see in here? I love these with the holes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that's what we have. That's what we got. I'm gonna put this up. Must go back in the drawer. And this is going to be thick, but it'll be okay. I mean, it'll be okay. So, we got small and smaller and small and big and small. So, I just kind of lay them out because some of them are doubled. And so, I want to make sure, like I think this one, and then we'll put this in here. And then we'll put a couple of these. Then we want this, but we have to have that one open. And then we want this. See, it kind of gives you just a little bit of variation. And then we got that. And then that one's a little big, but that's okay. And then let's do this one. And this one's going to open. And then we'll do a couple of these. And then we'll do this little strip. So see? You're just making a book. You're just making something for them to flip up. We're going to stick that in there, and then they can just use this to write on. And it's going to be fabulous. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't ink them. What do y'all think? Do you think it matters? And then I'm just going to put one there and one there. Fabulouso. Have you seen those cute little dogs? There's those really expensive dogs, but their owner dresses them up in those little cute outfits, and then they'll go, "Oh, do you like this? Oh, I love it." And he goes, "Fabulous, fabuloso. You love it? I love it." And it's just so stinking cute. Okay, so anyway, look, that's just really quick and easy. You just slide that down, and voila, you're ready to go. However, I am going to ink this outside part. This. Because it needs some contrast and some ink. And this is not a real grungy folio, so I mean I can get away with not having it all inked up everywhere. Okay, and then I'll just do the back. But I do think that a decollage looks so good whenever it's inked up. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look at that. See? It looks good. So when we come back, again, all of those may be inked. You just never know. You just never know what I'm going to do. Okay, so there is that. I love it. And we'll put that like that. And I need something to go here because I don't like the staples. But I don't have to worry about that now because we have a lot to do. Okay, so I already glued this down, right? Right. Okay, so let's make us a tall tag. Let's make us a tall tag with a piece of, let's put this on the back. Well, it has that because I printed mostly on the back. Let's use this. And I'm going to put coffee dyed paper. Sorry about that door. I told you these IKEA, they make the craziest noises. Okay, look. Ooh, that's pretty. There's some coffee dyed paper. Okay, so let's do that. What part do I like the best? I kind of like all this. Do I like that or that? I kind of like that because it has all kinds of stuff on it. Okay, so I'm going to cut out my tag first, and then that way I'm not wasting paper or other stuff. So, this pocket is 4 3/4. But we're losing some real estate, so I'm going to say 3.5. Look, see how that glue is just like... This is Lineco glue, PVA glue, and I really do like it. But I feel like it doesn't give you the really thin bead like the art glitter glue. But this has just been giving me problems, and I don't know why, but I just kind of put them down for a little bit. Do you do that? Okay, so 3.5. So I'm going to do it at, let me see what 3 is. Let's just do 3. That way we don't have to cut anything off and it's too big and I didn't do it right. So I kind of want this. So we're going to do 3. Like this. I just love those dogs. You look fabulous. You love it? You love it. It's fabulous. I don't know. I just think they're so stinking cute. Okay. I'm sorry. I get carried away here. I love life. I just love life. And I'm telling you, I am living my best life ever at 60. I am living my best life. I was talking to my daughter on the phone this morning, and we had the best conversation. She was on her way to work driving, and we talked about everything. And I said, you know what? I am just living my best life. And she's just like, Mom, I'm so happy for you. And I'm like, no, I'm just saying, like, I really am. I'm so happy, and everything is just, you know, is everything perfect? No, but I mean, whose life is perfect? Nobody's. But I get up every day. I don't have any, I'm free of guilt and shame. And I mean, just, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't feel burdened or reined in or anything. I feel free. And so anyway, I'm living my best life. And so I hope that, you know, if you like me and my personality, then hey, stay. If you don't, then I don't know. You know, it's just, I enjoy life, and I'm happy. And so it comes out. It comes, and plus I'm just a weird person. I talk in all kinds of voices and do, you know, I've always been that way. So anyway, and I'm not apologizing. I'm just telling you who I am. So, I didn't cut that yet, but I'm going to wait. But anyway, so I just, you know, I love those little dogs. They make me happy and they make me smile. And that's one of my, you know, mottos is, you know, at the end of my videos, I always say, you only know what you know until you know something different. And one day I'll tell you my story about that. But, you know, the truth is, you know, you have this life, and, you know, while you're on this earth, and you got to make the best of it. You cannot worry about things. You can't, I kind of want this side. You know, you just have to try to live your best life, you know, and every decision we make has a consequence, whether it's a good choice or a bad choice. They all have consequences, you know. So, you know, choose the happy life, choose the good thing, because there's a consequence for that. And then there's a consequence for, you know, having a bad attitude or whatever it may be, or not enjoying life, or not smiling, or not being kind, or whatever. It all has a consequence. And so, why not choose to be happy, you know? I mean, I'm looking at a sign I hang on my wall. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, right? And when you do that, it makes you happy, and you want other people to be happy. And I'll tell you a story while I'm cutting this out. When I was on my cruise last week, oh my goodness, I could just tell you some stories about people, but I won't because I'm kind. But I saw so many crazy things, I'm telling you. But there was, when we first got on the ship, I went with my girlfriend, and when we first got on the ship, I don't even know if we had pulled out of the port yet. But everybody's on the Lido deck, you know, and they have that big celebration or whatever. Actually, I think we went and took a nap first. And then when we were like leaving the port, and we went out to just sit in the chairs on the Lido deck. And there was this older lady, and I'm 60. I don't consider myself old. I don't know why, and she just kept pulling. She was over there dancing, and, you know, and she just kept grabbing people by the arms and, come on, dance with me, and just, you know, touching kids and, you know, husbands and all this. And I was just thought to myself, what? I mean, it's one thing to be happy and to, you know, like me sharing with you and being happy or whatever. I'm not, in your personal space. I'm not, if you don't like me, and you're not going to listen to me, you're going to click off, which I think is okay. You know, we all have choices. But to be, you know, if anybody forced you to sit and watch a video or whatever that you didn't like, then that wouldn't be kind, right? But this lady, which I was just like, what in the world is she doing? And she did it the whole trip. Like, we just kept seeing her at different places, and she's like, ah. And then so one night we went to go watch, I'm going to cut these as like a tag. One night we went to go watch the singer, this band or whatever, and she was there dancing, and she just kept going around the crowd. And we had met these two sisters that were there, and so we sat with them, and we were just having a good time and laughing and just enjoying ourselves. They were playing classic rock, which is my ultimate favorite music. And so, you know, everybody's singing and just having a really good time. Well, she's going around the crowd trying to pull people out of their chairs, you know, men that are sitting there with their husbands. And I looked at one of the ladies who I had just met, and I said, she better not come over here. Because, well, guess what? She did. And, you know, she didn't pull me up, but she leaned on my shoulder, and that the other girl was looking at me, and she was like, her eyes got really big, like, oh my goodness. And so, but I'm just like, you're in my space. And I love people, don't get me wrong, I do. But I was just like, okay, you're a little too happy. You know, it's like you're trying to force your happiness on other people. I'm just happy. And I just, you know, I'm just happy. I just, you know, I'm not going to force my happiness on you. I'm not going to jump through this, you know, TV or, you know, cell phone at you and make you be happy. But you know, but when somebody does that, I'm just like, wow. But, and you know, I do appreciate that she had a good attitude, and she, you know, I guess, and she didn't work for the cruise line either. She was just there. So it was just interesting. But my whole point was to say that I'm living my best life. I'm really am enjoying what I do, loving, crafting for you guys and meeting new people through YouTube and my Ko-Fi shop, and it's just been fabulous. It really has. And so, so I just get excited. And I want to live life to the fullest. I want to live life to the fullest. Okay, so we back the back. Enough of me yakking. But we back the back with some pretty paper. And then I'm going to use, nope, not that one. I have one of those badge slot punches. So let's do that so we can get like something different on here. Am I centered? Well, I hope so. Well, I hope so. Love it. Love it. And we will find some kind of ribbon or something to put in that. Okay, so there they are. There are two. That's one page that we've gotten done today. And I'm not going to do any more than that for today because I think that's good. So we picked out all our paper. So let me open this up. Picked out our paper. We have this in the front. We're going to have this one. I got to figure out what kind of closure I want. But we made us a little booklet. A tag, and it's backed. And because this is plain, I definitely want to put something there. I like that. I also have this one. But you know, yeah, I like it to be a little bit more contrast, but I do like that. Because this is orangey and this is pink. So that's kind of a... Is that a good contrast? What you think? Once I ink it, it will be. And then I need a word or something. I need a word. Does your brain, like when you say something, does it, I don't know if everybody's like me or not. I'm sure you're not, because I'm different. But like immediately that song, Word Up, oh, it just came to mind. And my husband and I do that all the time. Like we'll just be talking and somebody will say something and then it's like this song comes to mind and then we'll just start dancing and just singing and it's just like, we're just crazy. But I don't know why my brain, it just started. I think probably when I was about maybe 4 years ago, 56 or whatever, my brain just clicked and just went somewhere different. But I was thinking about kind of making this like I think it's going to be bulky enough. I think I'm just going to glue this down. I was going to make it maybe like a little tag. I mean like a little pocket to put some tags. Or like a, you know, just like a little side pocket. But I think I'm just going to put it down because none of this is even on my desk there. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to pull it towards me. Okay, and then I'll definitely put something on there, but I think that is so pretty. But we'll definitely do that. I need to put something here. But we have a ways to go with ephemera, and unfortunately, it takes a bit to make ephemera. So this, you know, this might be going on for another week or two. Definitely another week, but another 2 weeks. But look, we already have, you know, one page, whole page done. So there we go. Okay, well, I'm really excited about, you know, getting this kit completed and full of beautiful ephemera. If I can get this needle in. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate. I appreciate every one of you who have subscribed and just become, you know, gone to my Ko-Fi shop. Thank you for that. Go get your freebies. I have a lot of freebies from my old. I've only been doing this for 3 months. And the first kit I put out was Pretty Pot Plants, and it's 64 pages long. It's huge, but it's beautiful. And then I have all the tutorials on making a beautiful, and I have another, I have a flip through of the 3 journals that I made with using that paper. But I have freebies. Every week I did a freebie, and then I put a freebie out last week, which has just gone crazy. And I have another freebie coming out Monday, and let me show you what it is. It's just so cute. I made this, and it just flips up. I have a little belly band right here that we're going to put some paper in, and then these all flip out like this. And you're just going to attach it in your journal on the side so that you can put stuff in like this. But isn't that, it's called Grungy Birds. Grungy Birds. And so anyway, that comes out Monday. This video is airing Friday at noon. And so that I have every Monday I have a video that comes out at 6 a.m. on Mondays called Let's Get to Crafting. And it's usually, I kind of do like a freebie. So it's a freebie Monday. Instead of freebie Friday, it's freebie Monday. And then it's just a really short little, you know, we're going to put it all together on Monday. And so anyway, it'll be out for you to go get your freebie. But go to my Ko-Fi shop at Jennifer from the Patio. All of my social media is Jennifer from the Patio. Facebook page, Ko-Fi, Instagram, and then YouTube. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you. And remember, you only know what you know until you know something different. Bye-bye.